Hi, this is Ian and this is going to be an instructional video showing you how to play Jingle Bells on the guitar, or more specifically my interpretation of Jingle Bells, which is based on a video I uploaded to YouTube a few years ago called Jingle Bells Guitar Spectacular Extravaganza. Basically, if you just want to learn the basic theme of Jingle Bells, if you found this video by chance, that's fine. I'm going to teach you that anyway. So you'll learn how to play that, and then I'm going to move on to the specific parts that are sort of unique to my version as well. So a win-win situation basically. Right then, let's make a start. First thing you need to make sure is just that you've got a nice heavy guitar tone, nice distorted sound. Works well for this piece, so something like that will do nicely. And this piece starts in D to start with. We just establish the theme to start with, the Jingle Bells chorus, so nothing complicated to start off with. So we go up to the 11th fret on the G. Then we hop to the 10th on the B. Then we actually hop over again to the D string on the 12th fret with the pinky. Now you don't have to use your pinky if you don't want, you can use your other fingers. It's up to you. Well, the reason I do it like that is because those three notes together, they actually form a D chord when you play it like that. So even if you knock any of the other strings by mistake, you'll actually get a nice ringing out sound, and it'll sound like you've done it on purpose anyway, which is good. So that's basically why I do the D with the pinky there like that, because you get that nice ringing sound basically. Okay, from there we go up to the 12th on the G. So that again. Okay, and then back to the first part. And then just to finish this segment off, we do this. So just do that one more time, just make sure you can see it. Okay, so that's the chorus, or the main theme, done. It's really straightforward. And then we go into the verse, which is, again, to start with at least, nothing too fancy, just a few extra little bits in there just to sort of make it a little bit more interesting. So we start off on the 7th fret on the D, which is an A note, and we do this. Then we do it again. Only this time, just do those two phrases again. This time we move up 2 frets. Just do that again. Now, one slight thing different here is this note. We actually bend up to it from here, so a 1 fret bend basically. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. Just adds a little bit more excitement to it really. So actually what you need to do is just kind of as I say, just makes it a little bit more interesting than. So we have now and then to finish off that segment we do 10th fret on the B, 8th fret, 9th fret on the G, and then we bend 2 frets. So I'm going to play that again now, the whole 4 phrases. And then the second time around, we pretty much do the same thing again, but add a few little bits just to add a bit of variation, make it a little bit more exciting. The first time, all I basically did there was tapped the string with the pick on the 12th fret on the D. So I'll show that again slowly. Something like that. Second time around, a bend. And then the third time, which actually ends this phrase and this entire section, we go back up 2 frets. And here we actually have to move a little because we go over to the top E string. So I'll just show you that last bit again. Basically that is now a verse and a chorus, or chorus and a verse, completed. And we move into the middle section, which is something that I added to it because I wanted it to sound quite dark and heavy, but still kind of mystical and Christmassy, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to make sure the camera is picking this up properly, because we actually need to sort of see the whole fretboard. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do here is some bends. We basically do a bend on the start of each bar and we hold it. Simple as that really. What these are, just very quickly, these are called unison bends. And this is where you actually play a bend, and the note that you're bending to, you also play on a different string. We play them at the same time together, so you get a very popular kind of Steve Vai thing. Gives the guitar, it's very useful for making it sound fuller and like there's a lot more going on than just kind of one guitar. So yeah, very Vai-like, that kind of thing. So I'll just basically go over it quickly, but it's just one of those bends at the start of each bar, and that's pretty much it. But I'll just play it extremely slow, and then obviously you'll be able to see which frets and things like that. So we start here. just do that again. But that's it basically. Second time around it just does that again, and then there's like another guitar that kind of harmonises it higher up, which is it's just the same anyway really, but higher. So the second time, actually, one thing I did miss, the second time just changed very slightly. It goes up. Right, so basically coming out now of that middle section, back into the main theme. And this is where things get, the lead bits get a little bit more exciting. And we've changed key as well. We're now in the key of B. So we start on the 14th fret on the B string. And it's just a simple bend, two fret bend. So just that note there basically. Tapping bit, basically it starts with an open B, and there's quite a lot of stretching involved here, so good one to work the hand and things like that. So we start with an open B, then we hammer on the 12th fret, which is also a B, then the 16th, and the 17th, it's quite hard on that because it does involve the stretch, and then you've got to do the tapping as well. So we actually tap at the 21st fret. I'll just come a little closer here so you can see it clearly. There, basically. And again. To finish it off, we basically do this. It's quite hard to actually show this slow, not because, like, I'm saying I'm really fast or anything, but just the way it plays, the rhythm of it, it's held together by its tempo, and because it's like all hammer-ons and pull-offs, when you play it slow, it doesn't quite sound right, but at least obviously you can see what notes are being played. So we'll do it again. And then obviously the right speed for that is going to be something like something like that. So yeah, it's just for that, just basically getting the stretches. And I'll just do that one more time as well, because I don't think I've really showed the last bit slow as I have with the first bit. So. So that one take a little bit of practice, but as I say, up to speed, it sounds better because you've got the kind of the rhythm holds together better. So from there, we go back to that first bend. Exactly the same as what we did the first time. We stay at the 16th fret though here. And we do a little bend. So then we flick to the neck pickup here, and we do the little run, and this run actually takes us into another key change, so it works quite well. Well, I think so, just because it kind of builds the song a little. But the run's fairly straightforward. It's actually all hammer-ons and pull-offs pretty much. There's a few, there's a few like alternate picking bits, but by no means, shredding every note or anything like that. So I'll just come close again, just so you can really see the whole pattern of how it's done. But you basically start on the 11th fret on the low E. And again. And this time really slow. So that's that run, and then that leads us into the next section, and that's actually another key change. So from B, we go up to C sharp, and again that just makes it a bit more interesting, I guess. And I just want to make sure again that you can see everything here. So basically, this note here, this note we already did at the end of the last run, so we're already there. Play that again, and then it has this little bit on the end of it which goes. So I'll just show you that breakdown of that. We go to 16th fret on the E, on the high E, with the pinky. Pull off to the 13th. I'm just going to move back a little just so you can see the picking, because there's a bit of a alternate picking here and things like that. That's a pull off, that bit. But then you need to, this note here, with the downstroke. This one with an upstroke, so. It's alternate picking. It's only the very first note, or the second note, which is the pull off, and then everything else is alternate. But it might take a little bit of practice, which did me. Just because you're going across the strings with this alternate pattern. So I'll do it really slowly again, just to be sure. So obviously the first bit. So just one more time. Sorry. So this time 13th fret. So. And that's just a 2-fret bend. Let's do that again. Then we go up to the 15th on the G. 18th on the B, and a 1 fret bend. Okay, so and then we've got the little run, which is also harmonised. And basically I'm just going to come close so you can see this. It starts on the D string at the 18th fret, which is here, and it goes something like this. So one more time, and just do that now at slower speed so you can see every single note. Just do that one more time. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. And then we go back to the first bit that we've already done. Sorry. And then back to this 16th fret. Similar to the thing we did before, but this is actually slides down. It's almost like a sort of something you would hear from Vi or something like that. So this may just be moved back again. So that one really slowly is so actually slide down there. Time. And then just to finish off this particular section, we do a little thing that we've already done. It's pretty much exactly the same as earlier on, it's just in a different key. And we go to the 8th fret on the D. And then we just do 2 strings at a time here. So do that again. That's these notes. Just do that again slowly. And one more time. Okay, and basically we're nearing towards the end of the piece now. Next part actually is almost a clean sound. Well, it actually is a clean sound. I just wanted like it to sound like Christmas bells, basically. So that's why you get the sound that you do on the video that I put up. So just nice, clean sound, but plenty of percussiveness, really. So plenty of kind of going in there as well. And all we're going to do is we're going to do like, so we're doing octaves actually. So need the 10th fret on the G string and the 13th on the top E there. And obviously you need to try and mute the B string as well. And that just means that you can do the sort of percussive kind of stuff, and it'll not sound like, you know, horrible with strings ringing and things like that. So it's just the main theme really, but we just stick to this pattern. This actual hand shape stays absolutely identical for this whole section, and we're just moving up and down basically. So once you have that shape there, you can keep it like that, and it's pretty much just, you just do what you want with this really. It's just to kind of funky. So, you know. And that's it. But, you know, whatever you want, whatever you think sounds best for that. And then from there, we pretty much go into the ending. So we go from the overdriven guitar comes back in, and we go to the 9th fret on the G. And do that twice. Fairly straightforward. I'll just do those again for you. And then the next part. Just fairly easy. And there is a little run in there actually after those slides. And the run basically goes something like this. So I'll just do that slowly for you there. It's not particularly difficult, but there is like a string skip, which is a little bit more tricky. So. At the end there, that's the 10th fret on the G string. There's some kind of, well, the chords ring out, this note rings out, and there's a little drum fill, and there's a run at the end, and then that is it basically. So the run at the end, after we hold this note, the run is basically. And one more time. So just do that slowly. Again, this one's a little bit tricky because you pick every note and you're sort of going across the strings alternately. But I'll just show you it slowly, and you know, just a bit of practice with it really. So we start on the G string, 13th fret. That's a down pick. 14th fret. that's that. Then we slide up to the 16th. And it's almost exactly the same again, but the shape is different. So it's actually... Just come a little closer again so you can see these shapes in a bit more detail. And that is pretty much it. I think you could do that at the end. If you're feeling brave, you're not too worried about your strings. Something like that. But that's it basically, so those runs completed. Right, so that's pretty much it for the Jingle Bells. You now know all the parts as I play them. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've never done a tutorial video before, I don't think, so a bit of a new experience for me as well, but I hope you found it informative and useful, and obviously I hope learning these parts does help you out with your own playing in some way or another. So thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen here, obviously please check out some of the other stuff on YouTube. Quite a few things on there, some other Christmas related stuff as well, and a lot of stuff to come as well in the immediate future. So thanks for watching, and thanks for everybody that's watched the original Christmas Jingle Bells video as well over the years, because I do very much appreciate that, so thank you very much. So yeah, that's it. You can go away and practice. You've got about 2 weeks till Christmas Day, so just about make it if you practice hard. And thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.